Pompeii named after Pompey? So speaking here about Pompey the Great.
Pompey! What is it? I have always pronounced it Pompeii, both for the city and for the general, the consul. Apparently, a lot of people, both in America and in England, she sounds British, both they tend to differentiate. They say Pompeii for the city, but they say Pompey. Well, his name was Pompeius. It's just a Pompey. Who would, oh my God, who would be afraid of Pompey, the great Roman consul? Don't you mess with Pompey. It's just one of those things. I can't help it. If you really want to differentiate, just say Pompeius at that point. Yes, people will think you're obnoxious. That's my daily bread. It's a Tuesday for me. But I just can't say Pompey. Pompey. Let's see what she tells us about Pompey.
Great sort of general who was fighting sort of an ally and then an enemy of Julius Caesar. He existed a long time after Pompey was named. So no, Pompey was not named after Pompey.
Good.
We think its name probably derived rather from the idea of there being five cities. So Pompey,
very good.
In one of the ancient Italic languages, refers to 5 different towns. So we think it's a sort of compilation of those places. So nothing to do with Pompey the Great. Next.
Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus. Now that is a general you don't want to mess with. Yeah, that was great. She is on the spot, hitting the mark, tip of the spear. I appreciate that. The word Pompe, which is the ancient word, probably meant 5. It's similar to Greek penta, quinque in Latin. It just means 5, and it's because it was a conglomerate of 5 pre-existing urban realities that fused together. Imagine you have the volcano, right? The place where Pompeii was built was extremely important economically, and it had been thriving for centuries before the complete total annihilation due to the catastrophic event in 79 AD. What's interesting is that the reason why it was so good is because you had basement nearby, these little slopes and valleys around Vesuvius, and then you have the river Sarno, which was a main artery of commerce and trade. It was a great place, and they inhabit this space, they fuse together. She's really, really good. There was a massive earthquake before the actual event proper, mentioned both by Seneca. There is another one, what's his name? There's another one, it will come to me. Let's see what sub-chapters we have. So we're going to watch this one, it's going to be great. Did Pompey know Vesuvius was a volcano? Oh, this part, this is going to be the best. I have a lot to say, I have my theories. I want to see what she says, since she's really good. Were there warnings before the Pompeii eruption? Well, the eruption was quite sudden, in fact. I guess the earthquake. When did Pompeii erupt? This is another one. It's a very chunky section. Probably she's going to talk about the coins of Emperor Titus. That's going to be my guess here, because that helps us place it temporally. Of course, we know it's 79, but we don't know if it happened probably between October and November, definitely after September, but we'll see how she justifies that. How did Pompeii eruption happen? She's reading Pliny the Younger, absolutely great source. Was there lava in Pompeii? There's the whole pyroclastic flow, in fact, described by the ancients. Was there a tsunami in Pompeii? Tsunami, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Did Pompeii victims suffer? That's another great one to discuss. Once again, Pliny the Younger specifically tells us about some of the deaths. Why did Pompeii victims turn to stone? Interesting. They didn't, so we'll have to see I have a lot to say about this. Man, this is going to be great. How long did the eruption last? We're going to have a fantastic time. I'm not going to react to the whole thing. I'll skip the last 5 sections to encourage people to go watch the original video. We'll talk about